Yeah, baby. You a queen, you a lady. You a queen, you a lady. Even exchange, you give me love, I can reciprocate. You what I appreciate, you know your secret safe. Your love is priceless, had to leave these hoes alone. I make you smile, you need cheese. I'm talking provolone me down and I'ma hold you close. Think through the ups and downs, that roller coaster love. Nobody but us never fuck this up. Baby, I want your love. You don't wanna let
This is the episode. Thanks for tuning back in. We're doing part 3. As always, this is your boy Darcheese.
It's your boy M80.
It's Dieter's money man with the bankroll, but I ain't got it today. But it's back tomorrow. Yeah.
You feel me?
And our special guest, we know how to put the group together. We'll start over here with
Free.
Mo. Soy.
It's your boy Zemyran with the Zemonade.
Yes, sir. So I like the way we kind of start that off with manifesting destiny. So like speaking things into existence. So I should probably want to keep that up with you. So you kind of spoke this into existence. So you kind of know this where your like trajectory will be at, or how you feel about that, man?
What do you mean? Did I speak the juice into existence, or?
It could be juice. It could be success. It could be wherever you feel like you said it and it came true.
Definitely. Excuse me. You definitely speak it into existence. I know for sure that I'm destined to be something. It was times where I'd be like, when I was like 11, 12, this might be kind of, random for y'all, but just for me, because my name is Zemyran, right? When I was like 11 and 12, it really hit. Like, I was like, damn, my name is really Zemyran. Like, I gotta accept that. Like, you feel me? Like, everybody my name, my teachers, everybody.
I know that. Same.
You feel me? So when I was like 12, it really just was like, damn, my name is Zemyran, right? So I was like, I'd be damned if I type that on Google, ain't nobody named Zemyran. It don't matter. Like, you feel me? So it'd be like, I'd be thinking to myself, I'd be damned if I leave this earth and I don't leave a stamp. Like, you feel me? I don't do something that's,
Put your name on Google.
Yeah. Exactly. And now, like, it's crazy because I got shit on Google to where my great grandkids, if Google's still around and they Google me, they can find it where it's like, damn, he had an article on the juice. Damn, he got a liquor store. Like, damn, he was
on the DontDoThatChat podcast.
Yeah. Like, you feel me? Like, damn, he had Busta Rhymes, or if they even know who fucking Busta Rhymes is. But, like, little shit like that. Like, you feel me? So I definitely spoke, spoke this into existence, but manifested by writing it down and having a whiteboard and all that shit. Like, I want to save this amount, and then actually seeing it, like, oh, like, I actually saved that. Like, you feel me? All that shit is real.
So,
like, that shit is real.
To piggyback off you, I feel like I kind of talk myself into like where I'm at in life and where I'm going in life. I read this book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell at this is probably my sophomore year in high school, took AP classes, and it told me about what it
okay.
AP? Student athlete, you know what I'm saying? Student athlete. But, but back into my story though.
Shots fired, man.
But back into my story, in the book it talks about how you can become successful, how you can master a craft and stuff like that, and what it takes to be an outlier. Outlier just means what it takes for you to be the 1%, be successful.
1%, yeah.
NBA, NFL, whatever it takes, what you gotta put into be it. So once I read that book, I feel like I'm destined to be successful. And I don't know what at that time I thought I'd be a lawyer, but I'm getting into this field now, probably management. Like, I'm about to be one of them dudes people hear about. I'm a Darcheese, so not a lot of people know a Darcheese. Only one other Darcheese, and Chicago, he's like a photographer. But I'm like, I'm about to make my name big enough when people want to name their kids after Darcheese. Like, that Darcheese, bro, he was this and that. So I'm trying to making that name for myself after reading that book. So I feel like speaking to existence does play a big part because I hold myself to a higher standard just because I spoke it out there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Oh my bad.
No, you good.
My mentor, Danny Singson, he's a great guy. Like, you look up his story, like he's self-made as far as like he really works his ass off. And something that he taught me in one of his teachings when he was mentoring me, teaching me the ways of how to really get the stuff you want out of life. He was just like, I want you guys to type your name in on Google, and whatever pops up, like whatever is that first link, is who you are. As far as if you want to be successful. That's for sure. Because but that's the core reality. because it was just like if you want to shape your self image, like what do you want to be known for? Like for example, but like he's known for his juices, right? And people was like, oh, what happened to the pasta? But when you pop up his name, you'll see Zemonade. Feel me? When like for example, you pop my name up, it'll show up some articles from like high school or something like that, some articles from college, shit like that, and then you got those other links that are below. But when most people type any shit on Google, what's the thing they first click? That first link. They click that first link, and that's what it's gonna show you. So like, if you really gonna work to change your self-image, that's what you got to do. I mean, it's not the only way I would say to think of things, but I think that's a good way to really picture what you want in success.
Yeah. I would say when you manifesting it, like how you said, you know, you gonna be that. Even though you in a room full of people, don't be ashamed of what you're saying. Like regardless to, you know, because some people could hold back on what they saying because they want to be, you know, cautious of what somebody else think. Like, you know, like, oh, I don't want them to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Nah. If you feel that way, it's no cockiness, it's none of that. Like, you feel me? Just say how you feel. If you gonna be that, be that. Like, you know, say that. And then that's where you'll be able to, on your end, be like, okay, am I a hater right now? Or am I somebody who support? Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, brother, you gonna be that. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like a
I
little...
got a confession.
Confession.
I'm a hater.
I feel like hating.
We all hate in some
I feel like,
right?
okay, this might sound, I feel like sometimes I'm a hater and I don't want to be a hater. Cause like sometimes I'll see like people I know start doing certain things and I look, I'm like, bro, that's not you. I'm like, why I don't want to think like that. I want to support them, but like my first instinct is like, really? But now I'm like, okay, no, let me be supportive, especially now I'm in like podcast entertaining.
Competitiveness too.
It's also like only benefit, but that's like weird to me. I'm like a hater at the heart though. Like, why am I hating them? Like, why is my first thing to be like, bro, you grew up in a toxic environment, bro?
You gotta get real realist, bro. So you can more be like, okay, what did they show me for them to say they finna do this, or is they like you not gonna take?
I don't do it everybody. There's certain people do something like, bro.
If you know a lazy person gonna say they gonna get into business, you gonna be like, bro, show me like what you finna do. Like, you feel me? Don't just tell me.
See, my brother, here's what I want to say, bro. Like, y'all already know me.
You a hater?
Me?
Say
Nah,
I'm a hater about pride.
Okay, I'll say it. I'm a hater. But here's the thing. Hey, the world needs haters because here's what I say. Something I learned from football, something I learned from a strange lady. As far as if somebody joined a team, I can tell whether if he's gonna try to work and be good and try to help us out and be what he can be, or if he's just gonna be like something that he's not. Like, I'm not.
Okay, I got
That's
a good
not
question.
a hater,
I got a good question. This goes for everybody. Can you see that same thing in somebody in a relationship? Like, that's basically potential, right?
Mhm.
Can you see in a relationship if somebody got potential to be better? Like, do you want somebody that's already established, or if they not already established? Can you see that same thing when they join the team?
You saying
If
like
they gonna be good or not?
I say
are you
yes.
saying like she
I
can
feel like
have
it's-
it, or what you like? You saying like
No, like she can like literally be like, okay, if you the
She
person
has
who
potential
believe
to
in
be great.
marriage and want to have the woman that can take care of the house and take care of the kids and all that shit like that, can you see that same thing in that woman when you first, you feel me? Or can you see that same thing in that man? when you
I
first
see
meet
it
him?
when you first meet her.
I'll say this.
not when you first.
You get
But I think you kind of
It
get a
depends-
little
it
bit.
depends
Who going right now?
Go ahead.
Who got it? Who you? You can start off for the ladies.
I think it's harder because I feel like the difference is that love or whatever underlying emotion has an impact there. Unless you're just a person that can completely compartmentalize and remove that, then the potential, it might be a little swayed if you really love, or if you feel in a person, or if you love a person, that potential might not really be there like you think, like you are, saying it is. Like, I feel like there's definitely been times where it was like, you knew that from the beginning that shit was real. You knew that.
Potential, man.
You knew that.
See what is good. See what I wanted to say is, bro, like you can tell. Like it's here's what I want to say. It's okay to be a hater. That's the world. It's okay to be a hater. Then now there's certain to certain extents you shouldn't be a hater to that level where you try to sabotage a person.
My bad, bro.
But you get. Matter of fact, just talk to her, bro.
Let everybody freeze.
be a hater to the point where it's like ruining your life and where it's just like, it's okay to doubt somebody. That's just the world, you know? If somebody doubts you, you can't get mad at them. You got to go ahead and prove it to them. And like I said, once somebody proves it to you, it's completely okay to turn into a supporter.
Can we define hater?
So I want to say hater as far as like, as far as hater, like I say, say somebody says, like, for example, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna come out with my juices." Look at that shit's probably like anybody can probably do that shit, but like
The first thing
anybody can do that shit. Like that's
like
cool.
some juice.
That's cool, but
Oh,
like
man.
go ahead and make the chips, but that's
No.
I
Before
thought
that,
everybody should answer
when I told my sister, not my real sister, my like stepsister, I told her I was gonna quit my job. Like we was driving home. I said I was gonna quit my job. She was like, "That's the dumbest shit you could ever think of. What the fuck? You got kids? Why the fuck you even think of that?" Like, that's a hater. I think.
No, that's not true because I'm trying to help you consider all these hoes. I ain't hating on
You
the
can make
vision.
your juice on the side and still have that.
There was no juice in the equation at
Right,
that
you
time.
was just gonna quit your job.
I was just gonna quit my job.
That's not hater. That's not smart. I would have been like, you crazy.
What's not smart about it?
If you have kids to provide for them, and look, if you don't like where you at,
That's the slave mentality.
But that's an
If you're
obvious.
You
just
can
hungry,
do it by
that's
yourself.
Nigga be like,
this is a good topic for the whole podcast. Hold on.
I'm on a podcast with
Wait a
haters.
minute.
I'm on a podcast with haters.
Listen, have you ever had
Shot
that?
down so many
Have you ever had that
ideas,
feeling?
you a hater.
Let him go.
Hold on, y'all.
Have you ever had that feeling where you wanted to quit your job, right?
Yeah.
But you like,
I
man,
got kids.
no, not I got kids, but man, if I could just wait a month and get this check, then I'll be good, or then I'll be closer to quitting or whatever. That's a slave mentality.
Yeah,
Oh, if I just hold on just a little bit for massa,
Hey, I'm gonna say this.
I'll be good.
I completely agree with him.
Like, come
I
on.
agree with
I
that.
don't care what
Like,
mentality
I'm not hating
it is.
against no
The
business out
reality
there.
is, you have a child that depends on you making smart decisions. So if you felt that way, if you felt like I need to quit this job, I'm not happy here, then go get some other shit lined up, and then you make that decision.
But what's the other shit lined up?
You gotta figure that out.
Another
You wanna
job.
quit your job.
See, another
But-
job. I'm done with jobs.
Jamba Juice, I don't know.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this. Let's put this in perspective, right?
What's another lineup?
Let's
Like,
put this
I don't want that.
You're saying you're crazy, right? You're saying that right now, knowing damn well how it turned out.
Yeah, but that's
No,
not everybody.
That's
Yeah, I mean, that's not
what you
everybody,
Nah,
but it's okay. It's okay to. I feel like it's okay
I feel
to
special.
express your concerns, but it's also fully okay to support it. Nobody asked you to.
You don't need no
physically-
support, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't do that.
That's what I'm saying, but that's the flaw of a hater. That's what I'm saying. That's what defines a hater. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not trying to make it.
Look.
What's a hater to you? Because I saw your face.
Because I was
Like,
a hater. What you just saying?
no. I
Come
want
on,
to be
yeah.
a hater.
They used to say I was hating on him. You do some stuff. Oh, you hating Darty? Let them know what a hater is. I want to hear this. Because you all think I was a hater.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't never really thought about.
What a hater.
I never really thought I was the type to feel hate because I'm always hella joyful.
You think I was
just
hating?
in my own. You feel me? I always be in my own lane. I don't give a about what nobody else talk about. However, I'm getting to it. I don't need no. Like I just got that. I don't need nobody mentality. So I ain't gonna lie. I don't really.
Do anybody else got like an opinion on what a hater is?
Shit, I know what a hater is. Shit. Boy, am I?
Anybody who don't agree with you, huh?
No.
Look, let me comment on him first. First of all, yo, sister going off me like that. I don't think she was wrong for that. I think she was trying to incite you. She was being real. It's like, look, if something failed, you're not just putting yourself in jeopardy, you're putting your whole kids in jeopardy. So I respect that because that's always my mindset. Always have a plan B.
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm about to go to another job, I don't like my job, I might have another job lined up. Like how girls be having lined up when they break up with them. No, like I'm joking. I ain't going there. I don't want to go there. But what I'm saying is,
you could quit with 150, or you could have waited the next 2 checks, had
And
a
still
plan.
had 150 or 60.
but
Shit.
look.
I still was gonna be in the same position.
I think
I hear what y'all saying. Don't get me wrong. I hear what y'all saying. The other part of it, but it's like
Sometimes
my mindset and how I think is it's like there is no option. Once you give yourself no option, then you have to do something.
Exactly.
Look, I hear
Like-
it because look, I got trapped in the system from having like more, your mindset. I ain't gonna lie, like you feel me? I have my job, I got a baby. I'm like, I gotta keep working. I don't even like the job because now they acting hella weird up here. People start moving all type of shit. You feel me? I'm
You
like,
say
I
tell
don't
them
like
you
the
gonna do
job.
bullshit.
You feel me? But I gotta keep working because I got a baby at home. You feel me? But like that can be trapped in that system instead of trying to. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't, but it will stop you. It will stop you from trying to grow.
And I
So
hear what
look-
he's saying. When you put yourself in a position where it's like you have to sink or swim, that's the only thing that you're gonna do. I
Right.
get that. And if you always have a net of, but I got a paycheck or I can stay here and get this paycheck, then you're never gonna get in that uncomfortable position. I do understand that, but it's like a balance that you have to have.
See,
And
so
I don't know
look,
if
that
everybody
is
is built for the shit you did.
No, I was gonna say that. Not everybody is built for the struggle. You feel me? That's why a lot of people fail. That's why it is 1%. You feel me? But within that, before I quit my job, somebody told me something that was so like it's just gold, and it goes to what we talking about. He literally told me the one thing, like a couple of things that you always gonna have. So you might as well do something about it. Is you always gonna have kids if you got kids, and you always gonna have bills. So is you gonna let that hold you back, or is you gonna do what you gotta do? And when he said that was like 2-3 days before I quit my job. When he said that, I was just like, I'm always have kids. If I have that mindset of let me keep this job 2-3 weeks because I got kids, how long am I gonna keep that job 2-3 weeks? Like 2-3 months?
We not saying that.
My
We
baby's
not
just
saying
fucking hungry.
Like, when do
I
you-
don't know. That's
Like,
hard
but
though.
if you got a plan B or another job lined up, yeah, it's gonna feel good for what, a month or 2 months, and then you're gonna go back right into hating your
You gotta
job
think about
again.
it, bro, on an investment level. You can have your job and start investing in it. I'm literally
Oh
saying,
yeah, definitely.
I'm doing property management so I can invest into my property at a higher rate. I'm still keeping my job before I go into full property management like my own property. So you could have been at the hospital, you could have been funding Zemonade, probably not much time. It probably helped that you did put more time because you really perfected your craft. Because the 10,000 hour rule to perfect something goes into play there. But I don't think as a responsible person with kids, I don't have kids, so I can't speak fully on it. What if I had kids? I'm not gonna put myself, but I'm jumping off the deep end.
For sure.
And if I fail, because you can't, sometimes you just fail. You can't help. You can try your best. You can do your best every day and still fail. And now you just didn't fail yourself. You failed your kids. Maybe your baby mama that might need assistance. So you failed 3 people. And I see that, or then now you're gonna fail family because now your family have to look out for you. Now you fail not just 3 people, you
I
fail 4 or 5.
gotta double back for that. If
Nah,
you read
that's
this book,
what
Sliders, before you say that, if you read this book, the Sliders that I was referencing to, it says,
Except for
double your failure. No, it says double your failure to be successful. Double your failure.
I disagree in black people's standpoint because that's how, you feel me, I had a little rough past, you feel me. Black people, I feel like we could end up either in jail or dead quicker by doubling our failure in a sense.
Well, in a way, wait,
Not in
what
that way.
lane we talking
kinda
about?
like-
Yeah,
I know
That kind of took a
I know
turn.
that. It all depends on which lane you talking about too. But I don't mean double your failure like hit the licks and shit like that. I mean double your failure by trying and failing and learning and going back
talking
and be
about
like,
that
this is
illegal
what I
one.
learned.
I'm just saying, look, too far. Look, if you say the job right, you like, okay, boom, I'm finna do this Zemonade. You put your all into this. You going out hustling on it, it's just not popping how you want it to.
But see, that's the thing.
Now you like, damn.
I gotta do something to get money. I gotta do something to get this money.
But so that's
I
the
would've
thing
been
that I feel
working
like a lot of
cars or
people.
anything. I would have
they're-
been doing what I had to do. I don't
But
see
that's
it.
how niggas end up hitting
That's what I'm
licks
saying.
and like, you know,
But
like
here's what I want to say though. It's the mindset, because if you got that mindset of what if that's that wall, that's that Berlin Wall, that's the
No,
great
I'm not
wall that's
saying-
holding you
I'm
back,
saying
because
what if,
what
I'm
you
saying
because
if
what you
it
guys are
don't work
saying
out.
is it's like, oh, what if this doesn't work? You guys keep talking about
Right,
the negative,
what ifs,
but why don't you
yeah.
talk about the positive the way you talk
Exactly.
about the negative?
You gotta weigh pros and cons. You still gotta weigh the pros
No,
with the
look,
cons.
Yeah,
No,
like,
but
I
if you
feel like
outweigh,
The disconnect is just
Come
that,
on,
like,
I'm
you
sorry.
gotta have. I think it's just like, okay, you guys feel like you need to have a plan, and then you feel like it's just, well,
you don't
if
need
I
a plan.
That's kind of risky.
You
I
learn
feel like,
along the way.
I feel like because
You learn because we don't know it all.
if you keep waiting for time, then you're always gonna be like,
Hell
okay,
no.
well, when am I gonna do it? So that's when there becomes a conflict between like you guys planning and then you try
Yeah.
to say just go for it. So
Yeah.
I mean I think that you do have to take a moment to be like, okay, can I like break down how much money you have? Like, can I really survive this long? Like, counting all your finances and stuff like that. I think that's what you're doing.
Are you in Aquarius?
It's called calculated risk.
No, she's a Capricorn.
That's a great start.
I've been broke before. I can do that by myself. I've been down to my last, but I haven't been broke with no child. I'm not gonna be broke with no child. That's where it's like, that's the only separation. If I was to the neck, if I was
a person, so you
I don't want to do that. I've been. I don't want to do that. Look, if I was to the neck, I'd be out here, especially in the space that we're in with when COVID hit. I seen everybody's businesses popping off, ringing off. Everybody was creative. Everybody was coming up with a way to hustle, which I feel like as Black people, that's just our nature. But I feel like it's harder when you do have kids and other people to consider. Because I would put my last into my business, like with no regard for anything else. But when you have other people to look out for, that's the only risk I feel like I'm not willing to. You know, but
that's fine.
I don't believe about putting your last in anything you do. Never put something where you about to fit. I never set yourself up for failure.
about the failure.
Like, I'll never feel like because I'll never put myself in myself in a position to fail. Even with property, it's risky putting on property. They can go under. But I already got backup plans where even the property did shitty. Cool. I'm still gonna be a dude that made good. I'm never gonna be in a bad position. That's how I position myself. Like that's why I feel like I'm doing good because I put myself in a position where no matter what, I got something to fall back.
What might be low?
Everybody
I got a degree. No matter what you take from me, I got a degree. They said what they can't take from you, your education got me a degree. What they can't take from you, I got a career. I got experience now. So it's like you can't take those things away from somebody. So I put myself in positions where it is.
I don't even think
and nobody can take his business away from him.
I feel like it's how you come up though. Like you came up seeing the struggle, so you like that. You feel me? I don't want to go back to that. So
we went nice without food.
I'm gonna make sure I always got at least this. You feel me?
You know,
some people
yeah.
I have a question. Don't you think that kind of having a mindset like that, like even though like I have no knock against it, is kind of holding people back? Don't you think? Because it's like if you're thinking of this is good enough for me, and you're thinking about like, oh, I could want this, I could want that, but you don't want to go for it because you're saying this is good enough for me.
You know, that's what separates.
It's gonna take
the
longer
ones.
to go for it.
I'm gonna take more
That
So
literally, what you're describing is what separates the 1%.
No, so it's like
because
this
people,
is the
not everybody wants to be millionaires. You know, a lot of people just want to be
billions.
Cool. A lot of people just want to be good. Like, you know, when we think about it, it's like, nah, a lot of people want to be millionaires, but when you really think about it, it's like, a lot of people just want to take care of their family and be
Or
good.
not just be living paycheck to paycheck.
They just want to live above their, you know,
what people want.
with their head above water type shit.
They don't want nothing exotic, no vacation,
Yeah.
nothing.
I could have your
Some of
mindset.
the people.
Sorry, I want them M's.
I can have your mindset.
Yeah,
I can go
I'm not one of
right
them
now.
people.
But
I want the bees.
I can go buy a company right now.
Billions.
If I'm patient enough to wait one more year, if I pay off more student loans, I get into my 100% free housing. I can buy that many more properties that much faster by me just waiting 1 year. Some growth is exponential. That means you can start off slow and pop. Your growth is exponential whether you realize it or not. But it didn't really matter. You could start off slower and still grow the same amount. You can't think, oh, I just went all in and it just happened like that. You can work your ass. You can go in the gym and work out every day. It doesn't mean because I worked out every day I'm just gonna be the biggest, strongest dude. No, you got to be patient. Consistent, I think that's the biggest key. Consistent and have a plan. So when anything goes wrong, because stuff in business, stuff go wrong. When you went to that Niner game, they kicked you out, stuff went wrong. Maybe you got a little counter plan to that. You're like, okay, that shouldn't be down here. I'm about to head over to the Raiders game. Like, all
Yeah,
back
so
so
I thought about that too. I done had multiple times where
you gotta have backups.
I'm like, damn.
You gotta have backups.
So is consistency, because I'm a person that struggles very much with being consistent. I could want it as much as the next person, but with certain things I cannot be consistent. Do you feel like?
Well, what?
Hold
what
on,
are you talking
wait,
about though? Let's talk
tell
about.
my question.
Okay.
Alright, do you think consistency is more tied to your passion or your drive for the specific thing, or is it a personality thing? Are some people just more?
It's consistency.
I'd say it's discipline. It's discipline. How it's discipline.
So is that an individual thing, or is that?
That's an individual thing.
I think it's individual.
Personality trait.
Personality.
Because because a lot of people know, like it doesn't.
It's hard.
It doesn't necessarily matter as far as
individual as far as what you mean, like
some people are quitters and
like
some people are
individual.
doers, right?
Man, that shit is based on how like certain put into you based on growing up, bro. You know, just
like you
like still
born into that
individual,
shit.
though.
Yeah, still. But I'm saying like that's still what was taught into you. Feel me?
like I
It's still
told
credit is due in a sense. I feel.
I told Marjani that we was raised never to cut. Like Papa always made us finish everything we do. You start, you gotta finish it. So God always gave me that consistency. Like wherever I get into, I gotta finish it. I do think some people like Dana wasn't raised with that mentality, but they had that naturally. It's fine. Like, that's one of my close friends growing up. But so I think it can be a trait. But I think some people can be mentored into it. It's like some people are born leaders and some people are trained to be leaders. I think it's like one of those situations. Like it can go both ways in a sense.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah, that's how I feel.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's
One
far.
leader and was trained to be in.
That's far.
You both, you hybrid.
Both.
He said, that's why you different, bro. You won that 1%, bro. You took that leap of faith. You got there. I ain't leaping like you. I'm a step with you.
I'll meet you there.
I'm gonna get there though. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go step a
nah.
little different pace.
No, for real.
It's like
Let's get deeper though. Like, what
Oh yeah, because here's why it just came back to me. As far as like individuals being disciplined on, as far as like the level, if you like it or not. Like if you like it or not, yeah, of course that has an effect on it. But as far as being disciplined in what you need to do, a lot of people don't have that because you're disciplined in being and procrastinating. That's a discipline. That's something that you taught yourself to do. That's not something you just like, oh, I can't help it. No, it's you're choosing to do that.
Yeah, because you're not gonna love everything about anything. So you could absolutely be passionate and love something, and there's gonna be that one aspect of it that you just do not fuck with, and it's gonna take consistency and discipline for you in that aspect to overcome it. So yeah, I definitely can agree with I guess everybody. Like it's an individual thing. It's like who's gonna be willing to fight that inner battle of I really don't want to do this.
But
that inner battle is really what it is.
It
That's
really
life.
is an internal
The
thing.
inner
the
battle.
tip I learned for that, like the one thing you don't like, is to focus on that one thing that makes it something you actually end up liking. Because that's the only flaw. I love working out. One thing I hated was cardio. I need to somehow make myself love cardio because I know that's my only weakness. They say you only show us the weakest link in your team. So you need to focus on your weakest links. And once that becomes stronger, everything else around you will become stronger. Then now you don't hate cardio. Now you might hate something else like bites. I don't know.
So where you at with cardio today?
Man, I'm hating. I gotta start working on that thing first, man. I told you that COVID 20 was real, bro. I used to go COVID, bro. I thought it was cool.
That bro. That makes sense of where you at.
Hey man,
I set myself up for that work.
Hey,
This year, I set myself
you
up.
can't be sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, bro.
You like that? God, he headhunting now.
I cannot stand Joe. I really cannot.
Hey, the camera's on, bro. We gonna have to get somebody bring this in shit, bro. You thinking grabbing the back of my head already?
I'm trying to give an analogy here, bro. That's what we doing, bro.